Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Aries, please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation, leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton New Wave chain bag, and she will serve as today's vision board inspiration for all the abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, Aries, let's get a deck for your reading. We're going to go with The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And I am going to shuffle, Aries. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have a timestamp listed in the description box for you below. All right. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aries energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Messages for Aries energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. Aries energies. Please and thank you, Spirit. Aries energy, please and thank you, Spirit. Aries energy, please and thank you, Spirit. Aries. Aries, please and thank you, Spirit. Aries, please and thank you, Spirit. All right, we'll just do one more, Aries. All right, let's do it. Ooh, we're starting off with the Star. Wow, Aries. That's some beautiful energy. You're either healing, shining, feeling good, coming off very, very, very well. You're shining. I mean, this is happening in the first house right here, this Star. So again, you could be healing yourself. You're healing yourself, and also it's causing you to shine. It's like a glow up energy, but it's coming from healing though. Like healing your mind, healing your body, something like that. Woo! 9 of Pentacles. Hello! Talking about healing the body and the mind. Healing finances too. But this is beautiful energy. Y'all are looking very, very, very good. Self-sufficient, abundant, and shining. Being in your element. This is really nice energy. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, you could be coming off this way to somebody though. Just looking like very successful, very brilliant, and able to support yourself as well. Oh, we have the 3 of Cups. Okay, feeling good, feeling good. This is lovely. So if y'all have been taking care of yourself, it is showing. This is lovely. This being at the pinnacle of like emotional satisfaction, and maybe not at the pinnacle, but you're having mirth at least and enjoyment. But I'm talking about with the Star though. Like the Star has lots of water. Even more so, you don't even have to have a 10 of Cups. The Star is pouring it out. So yeah, like mentally, emotionally, physically being just tops. That's lovely. We have an 8 of Cups. Is it after leaving something behind? Going deeper? This could be energy of you having everything that you want and now wanting more. And what I mean by wanting more, this could be like you're healthy, you're abundant or wealthy. And when I say wealthy, I am not talking about being Bill Gates or like, you know how it is, you know, sometimes online where it's like, oh, millionaires and blah, blah, blah. Not everybody has to be a millionaire. To me, I mean, think about it. You're in the top 1% of the entire world if you are making like 35 grand or more. Like us in the West, we got to get our minds right when it comes to what wealthy is. Like we're not living in tin shacks. Like our poor people here in America are wealthy. Our poor people are never ever skinny. They're always fat. That is a form of wealth. People don't realize it because they think we're supposed to be in palaces and mansions and riding Bugatti. No, That's extreme luxury and all kinds of, and what they do to get that stuff, whatever. And half of them don't even have it. That's not the point. The point is, wealth actually is always being taken care of. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you have it together. But what I'm saying is, you may have everything that you want. You're healthy, you're wealthy, meaning you're supported, you know, you're not wanting for anything. And there's happiness and joy around you. But looking for more, there's something missing. Perhaps. It's like, but what else is there? Like, you could be self-sufficient, being a star shining in your own right, but it's like, what else is there though? Or, like I said, it's coming after leaving something behind. Let's see. We have the Empress. Oh, Aries. Oh, it is only just looking good here. What is all of this? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Aries. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords. Mind on my money, money on my mind. But let me see. Let me get one more card in this row. Now, I was just, the song Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters just came into my mind. This is golden. Like, y'all golden, okay? Living your life like it's golden. Now we have the Seven of Cups. So let us see here. That's what I'm saying. What is this? Ooh. Okay, Aries. What is this? I'm starting to now get two different energies here. Now this... Okay, this Empress, whoever this Empress is, I don't know if this is you or somebody you know, but this Empress with the Wheel of Fortune is a star, okay? So everything I said in the beginning, this could be you or somebody else. Maybe you're seeing somebody else as the star, self-sufficient and joyful and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm starting to get two energies here now. Like with the Empress here, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Like, somebody's in such good energy, fortunate energy, blessed energy, abundant energy. They're blessed and they're a blessing to others. I mean, my goodness gracious. But then we have, on the other hand, someone who is partying and wondering, what is this all about? Someone who might just be entertained with this Three of Cups, but what is this all about with this Eight of Cups? And then we have a Knight of Swords and a Seven of Cups. This is somebody who is confused mentally, but like, this is somebody who is, let me see, what is the word that I'm trying to look for? They could be coming at this like Empress energy from a confused state, from a blind state, from an ignorant, there we go, with a Seven of Cups state. Okay, from a very ignorant state. Then their cup is not necessarily full. Like, they're entertained and they're having a good time with this Three of Cups, but their cup is not full. That's why there's an Eight of Cups. There's something more. There's something missing. However, when they see this Empress star, Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune energy, they got a little bit of like, they got some choice words for them in their mind or verbally. But it's just, it's senseless, it's gibberish, it's confusion, it's, honestly, it's like, what am I trying to convey here? I don't want to say possessed, but it's giving like, and you know how in the Bible, like Jesus was talking and that one possessed person was like, what have we to do with you, Jesus? Blah, 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 blah. And started, you know, like disturbed. It's like somebody coming at you from a disturbed place. Like, they're not balanced. Their cups are not full. They're not all there. And they're coming at you from that space. And it's mostly because they are triggered by all this brightness. Like, that person who was yelling at Jesus was triggered by all of Jesus's teachings and knowledge. The light was irritating the demons within that person. Is literally this what it said. So this is what's happening. Like, somebody might be celebrating and, you know, they might be, you know, entertained and partying or whatnot, but they are imbalanced emotionally and mentally. And then they see you and you are solid. You are a light. You have something to offer the world. And it could be, you know, through knowledge, expertise, you can pour into others. There's so many things that this could be, but it's like somebody else is filling up their time with entertainment and is not filling up their well. See, you have a star. The star, like I said, is healed and can pour out to others. And you can also manifest. Like the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles. You can pour out to others and help them grow. You can pour out into others, or at least this Empress figure, you can pour out into others. And like, but this other person is just, this is almost giving a drunkard energy. You know what I mean? It's like they get drunk and then they go raging against people because the inside they're not healed or balanced. And this is somebody who might be filling their days with pleasure, but it's not filling them. The star is filled. Not only are they filled, they can fill. This person is empty. They got all the cups and looking happy on the outside, but inside they're empty. Who is this? I don't know. We have an Ace of Cups. I don't want to say that. I mean, these are very different energies. I mean, I don't want to say that you have a choice between these two energies or being with these energies. I don't know how this relates to you, Aries. This could be you. Let us see. But with the Ace of Cups, let me get something else with this Ace of Cups. Yeah, we have a Five of Wands. And I don't know why I got this, because no, like the last few Aries readings, it wasn't like the last few, but it was a couple Aries readings where it was like there's a choice. Oh no, was it Leo? Whatever. The fire signs we've been going through this, okay? But we have a Five of Wands. Yeah, competition. And over an Ace of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Do you have a choice between these two people? Like, you may have fun with one person. Like, they might give you pleasure, but they're mentally unstable and emotionally unstable and unwell. And when I said possessed, I'm saying in modern day times, that'll be someone who's like low-key unhinged or who can become unhinged. Whereas you have this beautiful, abundant, vibrant energy that can heal and pour into you. And so I'm not seeing where the competition really is, to be honest, with this Five of Wands. And I'm seeing where this other person might be. Okay, this could be you. I don't know. Take it where it resonates who this really is. But like, it's like this unhinged person is running their mouth about this other balanced person. And they're really in conflict and competition with how abundant they are, what they have. They see the material stuff and that triggers them. But what they don't see is what's behind that material stuff. So the Nine of Pentacles and even with the Wheel of Fortune, that's something that can manifest outwardly where you see, okay, they have nice things or they have wealth like I was talking about earlier. But what they don't see is behind that, the Star and the Empress. They don't see that that comes from someplace deep within, the place that they don't know how to get to. Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups. They are out to lunch almost. They're not emotionally balanced and they can't feed you. So Aries, if you have a choice between these two, there really ain't no choice. Just because you have fun with somebody, just because they're entertaining, they can't really feed you emotionally or feed your spirit because they're not well. Period. They are not well. What is a Knight of Swords to the Star? Nothing. Okay, period. What is the Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups to the Star? Nothing. Three of Cups, all these cups. They can have all the cups they want to. It ain't nothing to the Star. And the Ace of Cups. Honestly, this is a blessing. This other person is a blessing. I don't know where you fit in this situation. This, take it where it resonates. Okay? But this Ace of Cups is like God is trying to give you this blessed person. And I don't know. Are you in conflict with it? Let me get the rest of this row. Maybe because somebody else comes off as just more fun. I don't know. Yeah, see, somebody else might give you what you want, but they can't give you what you need. So you'll always be empty and looking for more if this is a choice between two. Like, because I'm seeing the tale of two different people here. So, yeah. Like, you might be able to drink and party with this other person, but I don't know. But now we have a Queen of Swords. That's nice. At least we have a progression there under here. Let's see. Well, hopefully this is a positive progression. Let's see here. And we have the Temperance card. Nice. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. Okay, Aries, so you might be realizing this finally. You might be realizing, you might have been in a situation where someone was like partying with you and y'all could have fun, but every time you leave that situation, it's like a hangover. Like, y'all, it just seems like that's what y'all were doing. The Queen of Swords is you getting clarity, and they got the owl, which means wisdom, and then patience, meaning you need to temper the situation, meaning you need to bring it into balance, meaning you need to stop all this partying and entertainment. Maybe that's the only reason you were even entertaining this person is because y'all have fun together. You know, maybe they're fun, but that fun, what you might be realizing is that fun is only had through substances. There's all these cups here. And then once you get wise, there's temperance. So it's like without, I don't know if y'all can, if there wasn't, whatever this common vice might be, okay, some form of entertainment, okay, some form of, could be alcohol, could be something else, could even be intercourse, whatever it is, y'all enjoyed it together, but it's like a hangover. Every time afterward, you feel more empty. You feel more drained. It's like it's fun in the moment, but then afterward, like I said, it's just like a hangover. And you might be realizing this. And that's because this person cannot feed you. Whereas you have this other solid person over here, okay? I'm seeing maybe you're getting inspired to sober up and go towards what feeds you. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. With this Five of Wands here and this Wheel of Fortune, it may have been you were just in conflict. Just in conflict. Maybe you're not used to people who are solid. Maybe you're not used to people who can stand on their own 2 feet and can stand their ground and can pour into you. Maybe you could be used to toxicity. This could be you or someone else. Okay. I don't know whose energy I'm reading here. Because it's just giving me the tale of 2 people and maybe somebody realizing that they need to walk away from this. It just looks like a partier. Like, seriously, it just looks like you go to this person for a good time and then afterwards it's a hangover. And why do you keep doing it? It could be an addiction, for sure. That's an addiction. If you go into something that's good in the moment, but then it makes you feel like terrible and just drains you, that's an addiction. You're not used to something actually being good for you. And this could be in romance with this Ace of Cups. Yeah. And I don't know if you started a conflict with this other person, like I'm seeing somebody who was standing in their sovereignty with this empress, star empress, you know, standing in their sovereignty, like, okay, well, if that's what you're into, that's cool. You know, I'm not going to do that. I want to go my own way. And so you're like, well, fine. I can get somebody else who does it. Me and this person, we do this, we do this. And now you're realizing, well, dang, this sucks actually. Like, this is all there is. You know, it was like this other person, whatever you may have been engaging, you take it where it resonates. It could be the other person, whatever. Whatever you and this partier person were engaging in, you were like, well, this is fun. I'm going to do this. Okay. But, so you're like, well, this person, maybe they're, you know, they're beautiful, they're solid, they're stable, they're excellent, they're great, but that's boring. This is somebody who finds health boring. Healthy people are boring. Like, you need vice. Okay, you or somebody else, because I'm like trying to figure out where the collective is. I feel like I'm talking to a cross watcher, to be honest. I'm not even joking. I feel like I'm talking to a cross watcher. Like Aries is getting, finally waking up, sobering up to the fact that this is BS. Like, this is like just being drunk and having a hangover. It's not good. That's what I'm seeing here. Taking worlds where they fit. We have a hermit. Yeah, needing to investigate like where the source of all this is coming from. It's like, it just seems like my collective, it just seems like, that's what I'm saying. It seems like I'm talking to a cross watcher. Like, God gave somebody an opportunity for someone to come into their life who could help them, who could heal them. But there was a conflict. They didn't want that person because they didn't want health and healing. They were still in the midst of their addiction and fueling it. Whereas now they're coming to the realization this just is hurting. Like, it might even be where it's not even fun anymore. The Queen of Swords is not fun time. Nobody gets the fun time from the Queen of Swords. And not when they next to no temperance. You're tempered. So it's like somebody's finally waking up, like, is this all there is? Yeah, that's what you chose. Like, collective, I'm talking to my collective right now, because it just seems like this would be, because I feel like I'm talking to a cross watcher. This would be where somebody chose somebody over you because they could indulge in their addictions with that person. But now that is running its course. It's getting old, it's getting tired, it's getting played. It's no longer even fun. This is like kind of waking up in a nightmare, because you're just like, oh, I can't imagine. So, like, seek help and counseling. If anybody is going through some sort of addiction, get some addiction counseling. There are hotlines, but it's just like, but the good news is what I'm seeing, and that's why the Ace of Cups is here in this position here, is this person, this is the beginning of healing. Okay, so I'm seeing where this person needed to see the difference in these two energies, because that contrast is helping them to come to the point where they realize, I need help for this. I need to stop this. This is not good. Collective, you could have been in someone's life to show them what healthiness looks like, what healing looks like, what standing in sovereignty looks like, what being nourished with something other than a vice looks like. And that person was not ready for it. They were not used to it. They may have rejected it or was in conflict with it and ran away from it, perhaps, with this Eight of Cups. And so they went back to what they knew and what was comfortable, what they can indulge in. And now that they're in it, it's almost like a prison. It's just like every waking day, waking up in a hangover, never feeling healthy, never feeling good. And they needed that, though. They needed to go back and experience that contrast, because that's helping them to wake up. Whew. Whew, we have the Hermit and the High Priestess. Interesting here. With the Ace of Swords. Okay, and a Ten of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying here. This person is... yeah, they needed this, actually. I mean, I feel like this is somebody hitting rock bottom to the point where they can finally hear spirit. Hitting rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go but to hear spirit loud and clear. Like, if you want some health, you need to wake the F up and get up out of here. Look, Judgment is right after that. Judgment and a Tower, exactly. And then the Seven of Wands, defending yourself. This person could be under spiritual attack in the first place. Like, the reason that they could be feeling drained from this person could be spiritually attacking them. Like, if this, like I said, because I said this could be a choice with this. We have an Ace of Cups to the Five of Wands. That's competition and romance, or perhaps. This person, Aries, I don't know who you are in this, but this person who you're like, oh, I'm going to because I can indulge in this and I can have fun and I could go here. This person was energetically manipulating you. I mean, they could have been indulging in spell work. They're somehow, it's a spiritual attack. It is. Like, no. But the nice thing is, yeah, you're gonna have to get the up out of here. You're gonna have to answer the call and get up out of here. You might have to be stealth about it. Because I'm seeing the reason there's so much confusing. Like, is this all there is? Then going into confusion. Is this all there is? And going into confusion. This person just keeps you in a loop. It's giving spell work, bro. I'm sorry. We have the Hermit. We have the High Priestess. That's this star. My goodness gracious. And this Ace of... If you want to get healthy, so you might be getting telepathic communication from... I mean, this is now starting to give some sort of twin flaminess, because I just see that this healer energy, this star, again, this could be you or the other person. Take it where it resonates. You could be telepathically sending healing to your person who is stuck with somebody who keeps them in a loop of vices in a form of spell work, let's be real, and manipulation. But they willingly engage, and that's why it's able to work. But or vice versa, somebody is sending you healing through the fog and helping you to realize, bro, you need to wake up, because they're taking your health. They're taking your health. You need to wake up and get up out of there. That's what that is. This is, you know, just because it's fun doesn't mean that it's good for you. I mean, this just, it gives me TLC, that song where it's like, she gives him loving that his body can't handle, but all he can say is, baby, is good to me. And that line was not about anything. That line was about the HIV AIDS taking that person's life. Okay, period, point blank. So that's what I'm saying. We have health and healing over here. And we have indulging in vices and health decline. And also, and I mean mentally too. Like, y'all might be engaging in substances that will slowly take your mind. I'm really getting that. That's why we have all these like mind, and whether it's conscious or unconscious, like the Hermit, that's Virgo energy, that's ruled by Mercury. We have an Ace of Swords. Even with the High Priestess knows and look the third eye. Like, then we have this Knight to Queen of Swords with the owl. It's like mentally and emotionally, it will slowly be taking you. This is the type of substances or interactions that will slowly take your mind. And remember when I said, I brought up that story about Jesus and that person who was possessed or whatever, their mind was gone. Like, the demons had taken over that person's mind. Like, and so they were out there like a loony bin crazy person, like, what are we gonna do with you, Jesus? Ranting and raving. And you might even notice this, like if this person knows, if they know each other, okay, or if this vice driven person knows the other option, it's like, that's what they'll be saying, like, oh yeah, you needed to drop them anyway, because, you know, over here we do this. Here, baby, here, I got your drink. Here, baby, I got your smoke. And they'll supply you with everything. Here, let's watch this sexy video and have our sexy time and all this stuff. And meanwhile, all of that is like a spell. Is keeping you in low vibration, or keeping your person in low vibration, take it where it resonates, and they're just it's just in a loop. But this person has to choose for themselves to walk away. But the good thing is, like I'm saying, I'm seeing them starting to realize that. Now, what that has to do with you or the collective, I don't know, because collective might already be like, you know, I'll send you all the healing, but like, you know, we ain't together or nothing. So take it where it resonates, because I'm not sure who is who in this energy, but it's like giving third party energy. And one party is horrible for your mental and emotional health, your psychological. That's the real word, the psychological. Like, this is where you could lose touch with reality, whatever y'all are doing here. Whether it's because it's substances, or it's because of, like I said, some of you is spell work. Okay, they will take your mind, and you will go from being healthy, star, Nine of Pentacles, to declining to all this other lower stuff. But there's healing here. You need to fight through it with this Five of Wands. I'm getting, this is like the fight of your life, because your psychological health is on the line. That's just bottom line. Go toward health, go toward healing. Or collective, you could be experiencing this. But let me get some oracle cards with this one. I'm going to go in with the Fearless Oracle by Rachel Photon. But if you're my collective, I'm just saying, this is what you have been to this person. You're like, you're the first taste of something healthy to somebody. They're not used to. So if you were ever put in a third-party situation, for my collective, the other person that you were with, they're not used to healthy people at all. They may have not even seen it modeled to them in their childhood. Their parents could have been, into vices and, dysfunctional. And so that's what they're used to. But God has sent you into somebody's life to pour out water. But I see you also being balanced in that. So good for you. That's why we have a Five of Wands here. Because I'm seeing you being like, I'm going to pour into you, but not at my own expense. I am not going to lower myself and get into what you're getting into because you want me to. Because this person could have tried to enlist you in this. I mean, this is giving like where they could have been trying to get you in some sort of like threesome type deal and like, oh, come with us and blah, blah, blah. But you're like, nah, because you can tell the energy of that other person ain't right. But could your person tell? I think they're starting to. Or maybe they always knew, but now it's just starting to have even more deleterious effects. It's getting worse. All right, Spirit, clarification and or guidance for Aries, please. Clarification and or guidance, please. Come on, come on. All right. All right, we have trust the process. See, stable, exactly, trustworthy, dependable, devoted, tried and true, impeccable, responsible. That's your energy, collective. All right, so now I'm finally trying to see where the collective is in this, because it was confusing. I'm like, whose energy is this? What is this? That's what your person is experiencing, Aries. Like, your person is experiencing this Seven of Cups energy. It's just like being under a spell. Like, they can't differentiate like what is what. But that could be the spell of, like I said, vices, like substances, or whatever that they engage in. But you're their first experience of anything solid, stable. And it says trust the process here. Like I said, that's why I'm saying there's good news here, because I think this is the beginning of this person starting to heal. But you are the catalyst. We have manifesting. See what I'm saying? And look on this card. This is the same thing, right? We have trust the process, where it has all this water and right. And I was just talking right above, that's right above the star where I said you pour into people. And then right next to that is manifesting and sprouting a plant. Right next to this star was the Nine of Pentacles. And look what's in her hand. That's the same thing. This is what you're able to do. You're able to heal people. And look on this card what it says. It says working on goals, goals becoming reality, bringing ideas into existence, knowing one's power, creative power, something appearing into reality. You have the power to pour into people and help them grow, help them bloom, help them blossom, nourish them. And that's what you are doing for this person, or what you can do for this person. But that's what you do for yourself. And I'm really proud of you, because it looks like you were like, no, I'm not about to stop my, you know, star, nine of pentacles, empress, wheel of fortune. I'm not stopping my good energy to engage in whatever you're engaging in, because you must have got the tea. You knew you could investigate the hermit and the high priestess. It was like, I know that this is low vibrational. It's a no. I'm good. Um, but that's what you're doing. And I think this person sees that. And this third party sees that too. But they're just like, yeah, but they're not fun. They're not fun. They're a square, blah, blah, blah. You know you like it over here. Come on over here. We about to go over here. We about to party. We about to have our this. We about to have our that. And that's not saying that you can't have a good time, but you're not addicted. You're not like, it's not a vice for you if you do have a good time. Okay, this is not to shame anybody who likes, you know, drink or smoke if it's legal wherever you are. I don't know. But what I'm saying is it's not a vice for you like it is for this individual. And it damn sure, I'm sorry, this person is using it to keep this person. So it's just like, let me give you all the vices that you love to keep you latched on. And so what Spirit is saying is trust the process, because like I said, you're this person's first experience with anything healthy. And so, you know, in due time, maybe they'll come around, and you know what I mean? That's beautiful if you're able to help somebody in that way. But I see where you're still standing in your sovereignty and you're not letting them drag you down in the process. So kudos. Okay, Aries. Okay, we have accumulate. Gathering a lot of, manifesting a lot, collecting, accomplishing more of, attraction, growing into a large amount, increasing over time. And that's what you're able to do. But over here on this side, though, like that's what I'm saying, it's getting worse. I don't know what this, like, this, what's the word I want to use? I want to call it a temptress energy, like using vices to entice somebody. Like, this is what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to keep your person because your person is like, this could be a counterpart where they are a star, or if they were healthy, because we did have the Ace of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles. Like, if they got healthy, Ace of Swords, and they kept their psyche right, they could heal their body, 10 of Pentacles, and heal their finances, 10 of Pentacles. And maybe this person sees that and they're trying to either latch onto it so they can accumulate it for themselves. And so they think that indulging them in these vices is the way to do it. And it probably is if your person is addicted, or like this is their form of entertainment. But that's what I'm seeing here. But again, it's only getting worse over time though. So it's just like, if this person went with this person, this third party would be looking to accumulate from your person, but they wouldn't even be able to, because over time, your person's mental state would be deteriorating and they wouldn't be able to produce like this. So they would just run them into the ground, and then it'll be like, oh, well, next. Because this other person is not trying to be healthy for your person. They're just trying to use their favorite vices to use them. But we have excited though. So like I said, I feel like your person is getting the wisdom. It says feeling very happy, looking forward to something, joy, gratefulness, amazing feelings, enthusiastic, overwhelming bliss and euphoria. And we know what euphoria is about if you watch that show. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. Accumulate excitement. That's what this person can do. That's what they're using to manipulate your person. Whereas you have stable, determined manifesting. So you can actually pour in and make this person grow, where this person can just give them more and more feelings of euphoria, but they're based off of substances. It's not actually real joy. That's why it's an 8 of Cups here and a 7 of Cups. It's not real. It's illusion. It's dopamine hits based off of their vices. And again, it's going to deteriorate their mental state. But again, you can get excited because, or this person should get excited for themselves, because this person needs to do it for themselves. They need to heal for themselves. I feel like when they're in some sort of stupor, they can feel it happening and they're like, what the F is wrong with me? Like, I'm looking crazy out here. Like that person who was yelling at Jesus, they feel crazy sometimes. And that's, I think, why they're like, I got to stop doing this. But we have action. It says, do your part. I think that's you, collective. God is telling you, yes, see with patience that you've done your part. and have patience, because you might just be out here like, you might be worried about this person. Okay? You might be worried about this person. And take it where it resonates, because if this is not a relationship, this could just be somebody you care about, maybe in your family or something like that. But it says something is being done. It's initiating to happen. It's initiated. That's what this Ace of Cups is for. This is the beginning of the healing. It says patience, not rushing, not stressing, waiting, tolerant, being able to withstand. And that's the second patience card, because literally the Temperance card in this deck is called patience. So that's what Spirit is saying. Like, if you feel like you lost someone to vices, or someone else who just like gives them vices, patience, because over time your person is going to come to realize what's going on. And we have challenges and mastery. Yeah, this is something they have to get the victory over. Yeah. And you don't got to worry. Good job. Like I said, collective, good job, because this competition, it ain't even no competition. You got a false person making somebody feel good and excitement through dopamine hits of vices, versus you actually being able to pour into this person. Because this person would be viewing you as a star. The star is in the first house, okay, Aries? The first house, okay? And then the Nine of Pentacles is in the second house. That means you come off as the star. That's how this person is seeing you. And they see your worth and value. The second house, Nine of Pentacles, they see you as all these things. They know that you're amazing, but they haven't been able to break this cycle. The Spirit is saying, but just wait. They will be, because there's mastery after these challenges. So they're going to get the victory over this. It says working on getting better at something. Like I said, this is only their first experience of somebody healthy. So they're not even used to this type of energy. But kudos to you for still standing in your power, Aries, and not going down the drain with this person. And or stand in your power, Aries, and don't go down the drain with this person. This would be where they're trying to be like, oh, come hang out with us. And you're just like, I need a hermit, because you already know with the High Priestess what this is all about. Spirit already gave you the drop with the Ace of Swords. And you're trying to manifest. You're like, I don't want to hang out with these people. I'm trying to manifest. They will lower my vibration. We have the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. That's manifesting wealth. So you're on your grind. You're on your business. You're trying to do stuff. And I see that this other person is too, but they're being distracted by someone who wants to latch onto them. So, but they will get the victory over this eventually. It's just going to take them time, because they've never had healthiness in their life. But do your part, which is be yourself. Be the example. You know, you can't change this person, okay? But you can be the example, the shining star. That's why you're the star. You're the example. And over time, through them seeing your example and then comparing it to what they're constantly going through, which is delusion almost, could be like flipping substance induced, like psychosis could happen over time. Like, they're going to realize the difference and why they need to do something different. All right. So that is the message that I have for you, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, save it to a playlist for future reference, and by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.